Welcome in to episode 16 of our Humankind Let's Play series. We are deep in the medieval age at this point. We are ready to go, probably, hopefully, we move up this episode. Let's see what happens. Also, big news from Humankind, obviously, this previous week, the Together We Ruled DLC has released. The expansion is out. The update is out. You will notice there are some nice UI changes. There's also new cultures available, new wonders available. There are a bunch of things like the World Congress and different mechanisms. Diplomacy is part of the game now. Embassies are part of the game now. Now, in our Let's Play series, some of those features will be live with our game. Some of them, because we started this game prior to that update being out, will not be in this game. So obviously the cultures won't be available. The new wonders won't be available. The embassies and things I don't think will be available because they weren't part of the save file when we started. So the next game that we play on the YouTube as part of our Humankind series will have all of that, obviously. But for now, we're going to keep trucking along with this particular Let's Play file. I'm very excited about this game still. We're having a lot of fun. We've got some sneaky settling stuff to do across the new world. There's interesting things happening in our game, so let's jump straight in. If you'd like to catch up on the series, the link to episode 1 is below, and that will take you through all of the different episodes. We are here in episode 16, and let's get into the gameplay. So here is our capital, Caral. We started out as the Carolinians, and we've got 40 people in our capital now, so pretty good growth. We've got one turn left on this here scriptorium. Scriptoriums is our focal point for what we are doing right now. We are trying to get our scriptoriums in. That is our emblematic district. That is our unique district as the Franks. We're trying to get all of those in. Those are research quarters. We want to get those in as many territories as we can before we move up. Now, when are we moving up? You might ask. Interesting. We might move up soon. Why? Because we actually have 3 techs left until our next science star. That is usually one of the key things I look for when I'm looking to move up. Did I get all of my science stars? Okay. If I got all my science stars, then we're probably pretty close to wanting to move up. I also think that we want to capture this last agrarian star, and we may also want another builder star. Maybe not both of them, but maybe another one would be nice. And we'll see. We're also close to a 3rd militarist star. We actually only need, it looks like, what, 6 more kills? 6 more military victories to get that? That might be worth grabbing as well. It's a lot of fame on the line. Remember, when you move up, this fame is never available to you again. These stars will never be capturable for you. When you move up, you've given up on getting these stars. You move into the next era, you start collecting the stars from that era. So as fame is the win condition in Humankind, always think about the fact that you'll never see this fame again. So sometimes sticking around for a little bit before you move up makes a lot of sense to collect some of these extra stars to get that fame, because you'll never see it again, right? So let's look at what's happening over here in the New World right now. So if you recall, there is a war going on between Purple Icarus and Black, the Burly Gamer. The Burly had settled this territory right here. Icarus has since wiped Burly out from over here, but interestingly, what happened is Purple did not place an outpost down. What happened is a Free Peoples came in and put an outpost in. This also happened over here to Nox, to Blue. Blue had this territory, but then a Free Peoples actually came in, an aggressive Free Peoples came in and burned down the outpost and then placed their own territory. So I've actually snuck in with one of my units. We are currently burning this down, and then our army is coming from this side. And remember, our army just fought a large battle at the very end of the last episode down here with that Free Peoples. So we're going to swing this army up, and our objective is we want to get a claim in here. We've already got the claim in here on the island. Remember, we snuck a claim in. We'll probably move that when it gets built. We'll move it someplace else. And then this will become probably a city. We also want to get the claim out over here. That's what this guy's going to go do. He's going to get the claim in on these islands. And that will allow us to have, hopefully, a 1, 2, 3, maybe, if we can come sneak this one, for a territory city, which actually would be really awesome. So we could turn this particular war and the Free People situation here to our advantage. So that's what we're looking to do, in addition to just trying to build in as many of our scriptoriums as possible. We probably want to start thinking about one-turning our scriptoriums and then moving along. So we put 1 turn of build in and then just keep them in the queue. As long as they're in the queue, even if you move up, you will still be able to finish those later. But if you remove them from the queue after you've moved up, then you're out of luck and you can't finish building them. So we may start one-turning Scrum Scriptoriums. This is usually not a problem for me, especially not in the medieval era, but you'll notice we're fully connected, pretty much, right? Our cities are almost fully connected, and the reason for that is because of the aesthete culture ability, and you'll notice, again, some UI changes. I really like the UI changes. They look really slick for the Together We Rule expansion. I think they cleaned up the UI a little bit. It looks pretty nice. So they've actually moved your science up here, interestingly, and then they have your culture, your social, as well as your religion are still down here, in addition to intelligence. And it looks like, actually, in this save file, they have added intelligence. So we may have to explore that. I have not touched that in any other game so far, so we'll have to look at that maybe in a future episode, just to see what has been added into our save here, which is intriguing. I didn't think that that would pop up, but there it is. Again, some good UI changes. Remember, our aesthete ability has gotten us ludicrous amounts of influence, and so we've been able to connect everything. Normally, you'd be saving up influence to make those connections, but we were just flush with influence because of that ability. Now, interestingly enough, as part of the expansion, as part of the update, they did nerf this ability. So apparently it's still pretty good. We'll find out in 5 turns how good it is. Remember, we were cranking something like 10,000 or 14,000 influence every time we used it. And so we'll see how much we can get out of it in about 5 turns here. I still think we have at least 5 turns before we move up. So we'll be able to use that ability one more time. But let's end turn and see what we can do. So this is stuff I've never seen before, so we get to experience this for the first time together. Stealth activity detected. Concealed foreign units are present in Freyham. 0 turns remain until they are revealed. Interesting.
There's a stealth army inside your empire's territory. Now, any ideas on what they might get up to?
I don't know, Mr. Narrator. That's fascinating. All right, so we've got the new stealth mechanic in play, which is interesting. It's interesting that we've been told. So our intelligence level must be high enough with the person whose army is here that we were able to... My assumption would be that our intelligence level is high enough with our enemy that we know that there's a stealth army somewhere here. We just don't know where it is. That's kind of fascinating. All right, we have a trade route blocked. We never like to see that particularly. All right, this guy's headed out. We're going to go make this claim as soon as we can. We'll move this in 1 turn in Freyham. We'll move that probably... man. I mean, any of these are going to be good. Probably like here-ish. Here-ish or here-ish. Maybe one of these two nets us a lot of food and a lot of production. So probably we'll move it anywhere over here. And then probably make that our next city. All right, this swordsman has put the claim in up here. That's great. We'll buy in our harbor and all of that stuff in that particular territory. And then this guy could probably just head... should we send him this way? We're going to... Most of our armies are going to meet up somewhere over here, right? We were talking about waging a war maybe in Tawanaku and taking this over and then trying to get a foothold here. Let's see, where are we? Oh, this is all different as well. We have 100% kinship here because they are collectivist and homeland, so we can see that we're very close there. So they've modified a lot of the stuff here. This is my first time seeing some of this, so we can see more. You establish a contact treaty with this enemy people before you can praise or bribe them. Interesting. So it looks like it reset our relationship with everybody. And then they have trade. We can now trade with them as well, which I think you could do before. But this is in a much more specific way. You can actually get the resources they have. So let's take a look at this. Independent people. You can start strengthening your relationship with this independent people by signing an established contact. Over time, you invest in them, you'll unlock access to new patronage treaties. To sign those treaties, you'll have to spend certain amounts of influence. Note that you can only choose 1 treaty to sign per level of patronage. However, you may change your selection later for an influence cost. Eventually, you'll be able to assimilate this free people into a client state. Or turn them into a client state. Oh, interesting. So that's a new thing. A client state. Interesting. So 75 influence to establish a contact with them. And then we would be able to choose purchasing resource extends their lifespan. Hire independent resources from them. Or gain, 55 science from them. Oh, this is really cool. And then on the next one, we can choose to gain money, to gain tradable resources for mercenaries. Okay, so got it. And then a cultural exchange. Interesting. Then we can either form a client state. This individual provided with a share of their science, influence, and money income. and becomes politically aligned with you. They will not enter decline while they are your client state. Plus 50 international sway on major empires, so that has to do with, I believe, the World Congress. Plus 1 influence on your ideological action position on their doctrine actions per turn. Interesting. 55 influence, 28 money, minus 25% mercenary cost, plus 55 science, minus 25% research cost. So basically that like accumulates everything together. Or we assimilate them and they actually become part of our... This is very cool. I like this a lot. Okay, so now I can't remember what the... I can't remember what we were actually doing. Okay, so we already have... These guys decline in 2 turns, so this is kind of pointless. We have contact with these guys already, it looks like. And then these guys we don't even have contact with either. 47 turns on those guys. And 43 on these guys. So I think the plan was we try to assimilate these guys, and then go to war with these 2. Now, this one's going to disappear shortly, so that's not going to matter. But I think we assimilate this one, or do we just go fight all of them? I'm not sure. We might just go fight all of them, to be honest. Because that, I thought, was pseudo the point of what we were trying to do. Let's just keep this guy moving. Don't want him to die. Oh, there is... Okay, so we'll pop out and grab that. They got there's a bunch of reefs here, so... It's going to take a little bit of a jaunt to get there. We might go to here, so we can pop in and back. That might be the play. Okay, so this... Yeah, the fastest way to get there is going to be for this guy to go through the water here. So let's get him in the water. We'll send him over to this territory. Our other armies are already making their way over there. These 2 armies are already making their way. We'll cross them right here and then come up and, again, try to wage a little bit of war. All right, these guys are all a little bit damaged. We've got Franki Millites, Millitites? Great job pronouncing that. Oh, awesome. All right, let's get these guys into position to come up, and yeah, that's what I was afraid of. There is 5 crossbowmen coming to possibly destroy our 1 lone man up there. So we want to get these guys over there so we can run an attack as quickly as possible. So let's get them moving towards that territory. They'll get to heal again from our territory here, so they'll get a little bit of healing, and we'll send them up. This guy's gonna have to retreat from this fight, but when we get this army up here, we'll be able to burn this down much faster, and we should be able to get 5 kills as well. These guys will probably... Oh, wait, they have to go... Oh, they have to go around. They have to come over here to our army before they can get up to there. Unless they go this way. They could go this way, it looks like. But they have to go... No, they have to go all the way around. This is a crazy city placement. This outpost placement is completely defensible. There's only 1 spot to enter it. Fascinating. I don't know where we're going to put our outpost. Probably that spot, because it's a really good spot. But let's see what happens. So they can't fight our guy. They're going to have to go around, I think. Interesting. All right, Hulaban is ready to build something new. And, oh, look at this. We've got our little, okay, banished population, start Inquisition, and procession. I think those have always been there. But they're just more prominent now. Again, the UI looks clean. I like it. Okay, here is the scriptorium. We want to keep building scriptoriums. Where is our next scriptorium location? In Lulaban. Okay, I don't like building them off of harbors because we want to save those spots for market quarters if at all possible. And where is Lulaban connected towards? So this is actually, this resource, we'd love to get it right here, to be honest. That would be a lovely spot in this particular territory. The best spot is going to be this one right here. It's going to be adjacent to another, and it's going to be adjacent to this resource. So do we, in fact, put in... What do we want to put in? Man, that's a tough choice. It's a 5-4 tile and a 4-2 tile. So we could put a a maker's quarter here to exploit these. Well, this one at least. I think that's the way to go. We'll burn the 2 food here, put the maker's quarter in, and then drop that down. So I think we'll do that. We'll put this in here. Boom. And then next turn we place our scriptorium there. Should we probably be doing that because it's going to burn 4 turns? Probably not. We should probably just be placing these at this point, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, we have just a few techs left to research before we start burning science again, which we probably don't want to do. Love to upgrade to cogs, probably, which would be a good idea. We also could upgrade our guys to great swordsmen, which would be super handy. So I actually think that heavy infantry is probably the way to go here. Although actually, the Great Fish Market is a ludicrous building. Great Fish Market can, if you're trading heavily, give you an insane amount of gold per turn. Let's check our treaties really quick.
All those of honest intent may have my ear.
Okay. Again, all different. The diplomacy, all the treaty screens are different as well. So we have trade now, information sharing, which is cool. Border policies, great, I like it. Military courts, tactical cooperation, shared logistics, and intelligence coalition is our statuses here. Embassies, you have to have an embassy to use this, so we don't have an embassy built, so we can't do that. But this is super cool. I'm very, very excited to explore this further. Okay, so we can't propose any of these right now. We do have some gold, so let's run through. Start at the back.
Yes,
let's run through
greetings.
our treaties and
you
our
don't mind
trade
if I
really
stare.
quick. Oh, can we propose this? I'm interested to see what this does.
I have a
Refused.
proposition
Okay,
for you.
Perfect, thank you, awesome.
I think you'll like it.
All right, let's check. I don't
No,
think any of this can be
Not
bought.
acceptable.
This is all
You have let yourself down.
goodbye.
Let all of us down.
Let's switch to the next person. We have all of their stuff.
Come,
treaties.
relax. Let us speak honestly.
Silk, very expensive, but I'm gonna buy it anyway. Gemstones, less expensive, but still pretty expensive.
So tell me, how are you today?
I'm well, Kid Icarus. Thank you for asking. Buy some more silk again, ludicrously expensive. Okay, that's everything. That's all our gold. So we just spent all of our gold on trade, but that's good because all of that gets us more stability. And as you remember, we were in some stability question marks. You can see we're now progressing towards positive, but our stability had dropped in most of our cities so far. So one turn left on that. Let's hit the next turn button and progress along. Osmosis event. All right. Armies moving everywhere. Where did this army just go? That's another aggressive army. That probably spells doom for our outpost here, which is very problematic, actually. Icarus's army is burning down a sage extractor? Good sir. Good sir, why? So I'm assuming this army went this way. So they're going to try to go around. That's not a slope, right? That's a cliff still. They're going to try to come through this way? Interesting. All right, let's check this osmosis events first. Lulaban is going to get us some extra science.
You have unlocked
Perfect.
seafaring. To safely travel the
seafaring.
dangerous,
I totally
hungry
forgot.
oceans.
It's so
You can
it's
cause
hard to
trouble
remember all the
anywhere
things
you
that
want
get you
now
extra influence.
and have a better chance of getting away with it.
All right, so extra 50 for being the first to discover seafaring mastery. That probably should have told us to pick that one sooner. Attitude degraded. They now feel differently about me and two different people. Trade routes blocked. Resources sold. Got it. All right, let's move our armies. This guy is, I think we'll be fine. He should move faster on ground, so I think we probably do this. All right, this guy is gonna do. Oh, we can upgrade. Cost 400. We do not have 4. No, we do have 4. But we're not in. Okay, whose land are we in?
What noble deeds shall we perform next?
So we can't quite upgrade him. Let's send him here because we should be able to pop in and out from that spot. On the next turn. That. All right. This I would love to get those military stars, but I don't know where this unit went. We'll try to trap them maybe on this side of things. So they're not gonna be able to get through these armies either. Get a little crowded here in the New World. The Unicorn's Horn. A disagreeable consequence of your great renown is the stream of desperate chancers and snake oil salesmen mingling amongst the genuine opportunities brought before you. Today brings a self-proclaimed legendary hunter from a far-off land who claims to have snared a unicorn. He presents what he professes to be the fabled beast's horn and swears it will heighten the radiance and physical energy of whoever owns it. It is an elegant and unusual object, to be sure, but the odd twisted markings along it could be artificial. Should you then get the horn? We can experiment on it, loses money, but we can maybe get something from it. Chances of triggering another event. We can requisition it. This trader clearly preys upon the gullible, confiscating the horn so we cannot deceive others. Perhaps we can ascertain its true origin later. We could buy it, Minus 1,000? My gosh. Minus 1,000 gold for plus 10 stability and the chance of a narrative event? I mean, if the narrative event is positive, this would be worth it, but 1,000 gold is insanely expensive. Let's experiment on it, chat, because, you know, science better than faith, typically, in Humankind currently still. Let's do that. Interesting. I still think they need to think about balancing some of that stuff out, but I like the fact that it costed a lot. Typically, the costs of those are so low, it doesn't even matter. Let's go to our tech screen. Let's grab... We got Seafaring Mastery. Yeah, let's grab Heavy Infantry next. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turns, probably, before we really want to move up. We've got a bunch of influence. We've got 3 turns until we get even more influence.
Another empire has built and gained the vision of the great lighthouse of Alexandria. Maybe they'll let you visit.
Perhaps. Okay, this place needs to move. Let's reposition the out... Well, should we buy our... Maybe we should buy our harbor first. We could buy the harbor and then reposition, right? I like this as a harbor spot, even though it's fewer food, because, man, we could surround it with some really lovely market quarters. Are we going to need market quarters? This one's not bad either. We could still get 3 market quarters in over here. Let's pick this one for that specific reason. Put that in there. There's a builder star. And then we're going to move this. So we're currently in... What's our current... 611 is what we are currently. So this is saying that if we move it, it's going to be +3, +8 on top of our what we have already, I'm assuming. That's my assumption. So what do we have right now? 611. So we'd be at... I think it's this spot. 9-2 gets us a lot more food, but we can always build quarters out to this. I think we go here. Feels more defensible anyway. Okay, that's an instant move. It's so fascinating that is instant and does not cost like a turn or anything to do that. Wonderful. Okay. And technically we could turn this into a city. So this is a 919. It's not got a lot of food, but I kind of like the idea of this being the city. So we get this island with like a fortification on it, and then we can claim and attach stuff to it. So I think we just pop this city in right away. We've got 4 or 5. You can see our city cap is here now. We have 4 or 5 on cities, so I think we could just immediately make this into a city. Let's just do that. And that's going to allow us to, right away, start to build good things. Oh, and it's got a lot of infrastructures built already because we have... let's see... What is that? That allowed us to get a bunch of infrastructures. This feudalism gets us the colony model, which allows us to start with infrastructures from the previous eras. So if you're putting in a city, it's always nice to wait till you get that one. So could we have waited until we had 3-masted ship? Yeah, because that would have given us even more of those infrastructures. But I think we want to get it in right away. Let's get to work on our scriptorium. And technically, yeah, we would love those to be market quarters, but that's actually I'm not opposed to any of those spots in particular. I guess actually everything is kind of the same, isn't it? So it's telling me to put it over there, but only because we're not exploiting those tiles currently, so we're burning 3 food if we put it here. It's not a bad idea, actually. Just stick it up here, then we could, like, surround it a little bit. Go for it. Alright, so Scriptorium going in there. We can't make any attachments to this city yet, but as soon as we get this built or this down, we'll start attaching to the city as well. And start to go about doing things. Also, it starts with 3 pop, which is really nice. Okay. Let's end turn and keep this show rolling. Oh, oh boy! All right, the burp the Burley's Hunnic hordes are making their way across the ocean. I don't think that Burley is probably very pleased. Reinforcements. One of your allies is in battle. You can join their... Oh. Ooh. Oh, we can actually come in and help with this fight. That's actually very intriguing to me. I may actually do that. We're gonna play around with that reinforcements thing here in just a second. Oh, never mind. Okay, so things are still happening. So Plosif actually retreated out of that fight. So I should have joined that right away in order to be able to help Plosif's unit against the aggressive Free Peoples. And then I actually would love to get... Where are we going to send this guy to be able to attack this guy? I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Okay. Fascinating. And that completely distracted me from what I was talking about, which is the fact that Burley has Hunnic hordes just pouring across the land. Which could spell very bad news for Icarus, because I believe that they're still at war, and, you know, Burley lost his claim on the New World because of Icarus burning that thing down. This could get dicey, for the war efforts over there. Very interesting. Okay. Let's get people moving. These guys are ready to get in the water. It looks like we can upgrade our archers. Let's go ahead and spend some money on upgrades before we send our armies out. We want to get this guy in the water right away. We get that next turn. Don't have quite the movements to be able to do that. Okay, this guy's going to grab this. Oh, nice. There's another one. Of course, he's not upgraded. Right, we got a bunch of things. We actually... Trade routes blocked, resources sold, ended a treaty. Or treaties are being dropped. And then these grievances are probably all based on allies in need. Invalid null battle. Third-party reinforcement opportunity notification data. That's because it popped up and then it went away. Interesting. So they've got a little bit of tweaking to do still, it looks like, on some of their stuff. So this popped up because we could have reinforced a battle, but then they retreated, and so we can't. And so then it clearly they don't have anything in place for that, which is kind of funny. All right, I think these guys actually can grab this on their way probably into their next turn, so that's going to be nice. Grab another curiosity. All right, and then these guys, how do we get up to this battle? I think we come this way. That's going to be a bad spot to fight them. Wonder if we go this way instead. Gives us more of an opportunity to rush in and really... Well, that's actually not bad up there. We'll go this way. This guy's just going to keep burning down that thing and then put an outpost down immediately. Imoso still has scriptoriums to build. We are trying to hard build scriptoriums as much as possible. That is a perfect spot for scriptorium. In fact, that was exactly the plan. As you recall, we put one here. We're going to put one here. That's lovely. So let's get that one in. Scriptorium is done in Parisius, and so we could... None of these things are particularly important to us right now from an infrastructure standpoint. Let's go... I kind of want to load this. Yeah. I always like to load at the start of a city, load food and industry, and then we'll balance it out later. So technically we could just put this on export policy, because that's what we have it set up to do. Okay, Parisius probably would start working on like a cloud shrine of some sort. I think a cloud shrine on this island is actually a really good idea from a religion standpoint. I think that would help us a great deal with spreading our religion in this direction, so I think I might just put one of those in Parisius, which feels like a good idea. I could put a cloud shrine way out here on this peninsula. It's going to look beautiful. Let's throw a cloud shrine in there. They can start working on that. We can always stop their work on that once we get a claim in. In fact, we want to get this claim in right now. We can. And we can actually attach right away. And that actually would allow us to put a scriptorium in. So let's get this in. There. Claimed. It's going to take us 4 turns to build. We're probably going to move it over... either of these actually would work. This one's probably the better... No. That's a great place for a hamlet. We can... either or. I think we'll probably move it here. Or here. And then put 2 adjacent things there. Anyway, so we'll move that in a second. And then we can attach and then build a second scriptorium probably. And then we have a bunch of gold that we can spend again. So let's check our treaties really quick. Where did our treaties Hello? There it is. Okay, you have to unclick on the unit for this thing to pop back up again.
You
Got
look
it.
different.
Understood.
Haircut?
Let's check our trade. There's anything to buy here. I don't like going through merchant civs.
It gladdens my heart to see you this day.
I grab some copper at this point. A bad idea. We probably have the infrastructure
So
for copper.
nice to hear.
Hello, hello.
Let's just
It's
make sure we're
good to see
trading
you.
as much as
No
we
lie.
can. I don't want to look through all of those. Okay, so that feels about right. We have a bunch of money left over. I think we'll save it for a smidge of time. We have 2 turns left until our cultural blitz, and then we need to think about moving up here in shortly. Once we've got some of our scriptoriums in. The only thing holding us back from moving up now is really going to be the scriptoriums. Stealth activity detected. There's our last science star right there. Concealed foreign units are present in Kakwag. 0 turns remain until they are revealed. Same thing in Ania Borealis. Understood. Change of reputation. Icarus is a pacifist. Trade routes blocked. 5 different trade routes blocked. I can reinforce my ally in Icarus. Whoa. That's way up there. And now I cannot. Wait. Now I can again? Oh, we're actually in this battle now. Oh, if I add myself in, then we're in this battle? Okay. Allied reinforcements. You have ordered an army to reinforce a battle with your ally as a main participant. They will receive full control over units for the duration of the battle. Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on. So when you reinforce your ally, they get full control over your units? Now that is highly sus and definitely could be taken advantage of, because I could go try to maneuver it so that I have like 1 unit involved in a battle and get a big army of my that sounds very I don't know about that. Okay, that's it's very intriguing the way that mechanic works. The fact that you can't control your armies once they're in the fight, very interesting. Very interesting. I am unsure if I like that. Huh. Okay. Alright. It's good to know. It's good to know. Alright, this guy can head up this way now, because we don't need to make any more claims. So he can get in the water and start heading towards our next fighting area, which is up here. And these guys went into decline. So this empire went into decline. Alright, this guy is going to cut across through here. They're not going to die, but they are going to take some substantial damage now. We need to get him here, and we can go grab that next one. Alright, these armies are ready to get... So these guys can get in the water. These guys can also get in the water. Oh, these guys all need to go. That's what we're going to spend all of our gold. Perfect. These guys also probably can be updated. Goodbye, Asatai. Thank you for your service. I'm going to upgrade all of you now. These armies actually have 2 extra spots. Probably end up combining armies together. Alright, we'll go to the tech screen. We have 2 more things to research. I don't particularly care which order we do this in. We'll go furnace steel first, and then architecture. We've got 4 turns left until we're burning. Agrarian star earned. Perfect. We got more stealth activity. Madness is spreading. Our religion is off and running. An ally is in need again. Okay, I'm going to join this fight.
Unfortunately, this time you are merely a bystander to someone else's glory.
I just want to see what happens here. So he's now got control of my units. If I lose units in this fight, I'm going to be pissed. I probably shouldn't have done that. I'm regretting doing that now. I think I'm going to lose units in this fight, because they're attacking... I lost a unit. And I don't get credit for any of that, do I? I lost a unit, and Icarus gets credit for... Okay, who gets credit for the military victories, though? So they lost 5 units on the back of my men. Icarus didn't lose his unit. I don't think so. I lost mine, though. No, he did. Okay, he lost his immortals. And they lost everyone. I don't like that at all. And then, did I get any credit for those? I did not. So that is not worth it in the least bit. Unless there's some mechanic that I'm missing, that is not... Reinforcing a battle is not worth it at all. Because I did not get credit for any of those kills, even though my units were most assuredly the ones who killed them. I would have much rather Icarus lost that fight, and then I can just come pick up the pieces of it. Now we know. Now we know. The reinforcements mechanism? Not what I expected it to be. I don't really care for it, to be honest. I don't care for that at all. Because now I lost a unit in a fight that if I would have instigated that fight, I would never have lost that unit. Interesting. Interesting. I kind of don't like it. Chat, let me know what you think in the YouTube comment section there. Let me know what you think about that reinforcements mechanic. That's highly questionable in my mind. That is highly questionable in my mind. I'm not sure I like that at all. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Well. All right. What do we got? 2 turns on that. All right. This guy. We can't upgrade him here either, right? Pop him up here. Collecting curiosities at this point in the game is so important. Gets you some really nice benefits. All right, we can use our cultural blitz ability. Let's do it. I'm very interested in seeing what the cultural blitz ability does. So let's go back over to our territory. The ability is still the same, but they've nerfed the numbers apparently. So let's see. 210. 210 is a little more expensive than it was. Remember, it started out at like 90. So I think that's just because we're moving through the game. Let's use the ability and see what we can get. Ah. Well, that's substantially less. Substantially less. Okay, so they nerfed it pretty solid. Yeah, interesting. All right, so 2,800 as opposed to the 14,000 that I was getting. Okay, 1,600 here. So 2880 is my best bet. Very fascinating. So they definitely nerfed this ability a substantial amount. I think 28 is the best I'm seeing. And then, is there any place where I'm not 100%? I'm like 100% everywhere. Ah, here. We could go... In fact, yeah, this is where we want to do it. 54, 52? We still get the 2,800 here? Perfect. All right, so 210 for 2,800. That is much more reasonable. Much more reasonable, and brings this ability back in line with what it probably should have been the whole time. Because 2,800 is still... It's still good. That's still a substantial amount, but it's not 14,000, which was completely ridiculous. So let's go ahead and use it here. Gets us a nice little boost to that. Up here is... Oh, we're in. We are in over here. So we do 2 things. First, harbor, because the harbor goes up in cost if you put these in. We're going to put our harbor in first. Boom. Harbor. And then we'll put these 2 in. And then we'll probably just attach that right away. We're attaching it to Watu. It's going to drop our stability a little bit. I think we'll be okay. It's going to drop it a little bit, but, you know, let's run the attach. We have the ability to do so. That's got a lot attached. We're dropping to 66% on that, so we'll have to pay attention to... We'll have to pay attention to maybe putting a cloud shrine in. Yeah, probably putting a... We already have... Maybe on this actually, this spot right here. Oh, we already have one right there. Interesting. We can put 2 of them together. Or we can maneuver one, like, up in here. Actually, that's a great spot, like, right here. Put one, like, right there. Just to help with religious pressure in this direction. We're gonna need another one here, because stability is going to be a problem, because we just attach an extra territory. So, alright. Grab our 2 cities that need to do something. Huatu is one of our cities. We still need to put in more scriptoriums, which is probably what we really should be doing. They also don't have their aqueduct in. We could 1 turn an aqueduct to take care of our stability. That might be our play here. Let's go ahead and one turn this aqueduct in, and then we'll keep building our scriptoriums. I know we should be building the scriptoriums now, but that's okay. Let's get another scriptorium in here. That's exactly what we wanted, so we're there now to build that scriptorium. And we probably need to start one-turning these. Probably should start one-turning these.
A city of 20 territories. If this keeps up, the whole planet is going to be someone's backyard.
I mean, yes. Aesthete star, merchant star, which just cranked through some stars there. Got more stealth activity detected. I'm probably going to turn that off. That notification. Ended a treaty. So we're getting treaties downgraded all over the place, which is not awesome. 13 trade routes blocked. Wait, what city is starving? Baral? Hello? Baral, you having some problems there? You need some more food? Okay, we've been building too much. +6 food, that's definitely not going to help us at all. We're going to need to put in... Man, we really need to build our scriptoriums. Oh, they're actually building a wonder right now. Why are we still building... Oh, that's because they finished their scriptorium that we told them to build. Okay, let's get... We need to fix our food problem here. Can we buy this out? No. Okay, so we got to spend 4 turns on this. Is that the best spot for it? 29 food is going to hopefully... Doesn't even solve our problem, though. Man, that... Oh, you know what? The trade route that just got blocked must have been a food-based trade route. A bunch of these 13 trade routes that got blocked is probably like sage or salt or something. Let's check. Because that would do it. Copper, obsidian, iron, iris, ebony, copper, obsidian. Oh, none of these are food-based yet. Ebony, copper, obsidian. Hey, none of those are food-based. What happened to Corral? What... Why would we be having a... All of a sudden, we have this, like, monstrous food problem? Could buy out a military unit here? Like, we could do that. We did go over pop cap here. Interesting. Okay. Well. Alright, our next tenant, and in fact, our final tenant, I believe. So we have Raise Monuments. Which is a science-based tenant, so +50 science on cultural wonder, which is pretty nice, actually. +2 science on religious district, and +1 maximum number of holy sites. We have sustain the faithful, +20 stability on territories if they follow a foreign religion, which is not good for us because all of our territories follow our religion. So that's not great for us. We would want to use that. Donate generously. I'm going to skip because we want to talk about that one in a little more depth. And then meditate often. +2 combat strength on unit, which actually +2 combat strength on unit gives you a pretty substantial advantage in any war. +2 combat strength plus all the bonuses you're going to get normally. That's really good if you're doing war stuff. However, I have a major problem with tenants at this 4th level. Raise monuments, +1 number of holy sites. Sustain the faithful, +1 number of holy sites. Meditate often, +1 number of holy sites. Donate generously, +3 maximum number of holy sites. What? So donate generously is by far and away the best of these 4 tenants in every way, shape, and form. Number 1, +25 money per alliance. If you got a bunch of alliances, you're going to rake in some money. +2 money on religious district, great. That's just the same across all of them for their different bonuses. But +3 instead of +1, that's 2 extra holy sites. Holy sites gets you extra stability. Holy sites spread your religion further. Holy sites get you more benefits because they count as a religious district, right? Like they all of a sudden you get more benefits from them. There's no reason not to choose donate generously if you get to this first. You're going to pick it every time because you get extra holy sites. It's like stability boosts across your empire. Look, I don't know why they've done this. I don't know what the choice was for this. But this is clearly the best one. So we're going to take donate generously because we get extra holy sites. 3 of them, actually, which is wild. All right, so our faith, our religion is now maxed out. We got full religion at this point. And we're good to go. All right, we got armies. Armies everywhere. I do not like that this makes me very angry. Highly unfortunate. Highly unfortunate. All right, I need to go jump into like my own territory for a little bit to get these guys healed. I don't think I'm ever going to use that reinforce mechanism. I don't think there's almost any reason to use it. You're just giving You're giving your, like, I don't like it at all. I don't like that. I do not like that reinforce mechanism at all. Why would you do that? All right, these guys are going to go this way because I think we need to cross, like, here-ish in order to avoid taking substantial damage. And then this guy is on land, so we just need to get him. Man, he's got a tough cross. His cross is going to be substantially challenging. Looks like out here might be his best bet. It takes 7 turns to make that happen, though. Let's just go out here. That's going to take 6 turns anyway. This cross might be a bit tough, though. We'll have to see. Alright, and then this guy, was there... Oh, no, he got that one already. Okay, and we have immediately there is a brand new Free Peoples that put down here. So that's going to be... That'll be okay for us. Yeah. This guy needs to get upgraded so we can go places. Alright, Nemosos is doing quite well on stability. Population cap is fine, so we can keep putting in scriptoriums. We're just going to keep ranking these scriptoriums. And... we'd love to get the scriptorium over here, but that's not going to be possible, so I actually don't mind at all just sticking it in right here. We could put 2 more research quarters around it. That's perfectly fine with me. So let's just go ahead and get that in. We're probably gonna start 1-turning these, so we'll put 1 turn into it, then we'll put another one down, because we need to start getting these in. Okay, the aqueduct is in. Let's get our next scriptorium in. We're gonna, again, probably what we'll do is we'll 1-turn this. How is this not the place? That seems like a really nice place for... I know it's costing us 3 food, but that's gonna allow us to put more in this general vicinity. I think we scriptorium right there. Actually, higher science. Yeah, let's put it in here first. And again, we're gonna 1-turn that. We have to remember that for the next episode. Alright, tech screen. 2 turns left until we are ready to go. Can we squeeze another turn in? Debatable, but we're gonna try. Grievances, we got more stealth activities active. 6 more trade routes blocked. Somebody is doing some substantial fighting that's gonna cost us monies. Alright, let's put these guys on heal. These guys are gonna begin their trek across the ocean. We can move all the way here, it looks like. We shouldn't take damage. We're gonna get to that spot actually in our next. Oh, that takes 3 turns. Let's not do that. We'll go to here. Water. And then these guys are gonna take the same path, kind of just following them. And this guy's gonna join up with them and probably just join one of their armies. Alright, this guy probably still just exploring and seeking curiosities. There's a curiosity up here. Okay. I think that takes us where we want to go. Let's quickly take a look at our treaties, because I think we could look at proposing
We would
some
all
things.
benefit from growing closer.
That's fine. If you don't want a treaty, let's look at our trade.
Color me curious.
See if... I think a bunch of our trade routes got pretty broken.
You are a sight for sore eyes, my friend.
We're full here.
This proposition
I don't mind
should
proposing
be in
things and
all
having
our
them
best
refused because
interests.
it gives me war support over time. And so I don't mind having a little war support over time. That's fine with me.
Tell me what is
It looks
on
like
your
none of
mind.
these trade routes are broken. None of them are broken.
This proposition
They're
should
just
be in all our
paused
best
right
interest.
now,
It
so-
gladdens my heart to see
Okay,
you
this
this day.
salt definitely we want to buy. That one may have been broken, and these horses probably got broken as well. So let's get those back. We probably should have proposed a customs union before we did that. I think I'd like a scientific exchange first, though.
I have a
Everyone is
proposition
refusing
for you.
treaties. Probably
I
because we
think
need
you'll
to
like
do like
it.
the embassy thing.
A
Possibly.
friend. Few and far between.
See if any of this got broken. Doesn't look like it. Alright. And check treaties, see if we can propose anything.
We would all
Everything got
benefit from
refused.
growing closer, don't you think?
Fascinating. Alright, so we
Forget all
clearly
that,
need
become
to
friends.
rework and
No.
figure out how the new mechanics are functioning for
You have
the
let
diplomacy,
yourself down.
because I think embassies
Let
are
all of
probably
us
very
down.
important at this point. So we need to think about that. It doesn't look like we have any civics that we can do. Yeah, all of our civics are enacted currently, so no big deal on civics. And that's where we will leave it for this episode. Remember, a couple things that we're doing, right? We're going to try to get this claim in once we burn this down. Just happening in 2 more turns. It's a slow burn because I've got just 1 army on it. We got to get this army buffed back up again. Maybe we go and attack Hunza. Is now a city, so we could go and run like an attack on that. Build up this army maybe a little bit. We're going to claim and connect this. Actually, we could do that right now. Let's go ahead and move this. It's a nice spot, actually. Let's put it right in the middle. I'm actually fine with that. And then let's get our harbor down. Plus 20 harbor is not bad. We can go plus 18 and get better benefits out of it. I think we'll take the plus 18 here. Allow us to build on that as well. And then we can actually run an attachment right away. Take advantage of this attachment. It's only 27 cost. They're going to finish building their cloud shrine. And then what we'll do is we will immediately... Oh, man. Actually, we should have put the harbor down here so we could have built our scriptorium on this tile, because that would be the tile for a scriptorium. That's good. That's fine. All right. I think that takes us to where we want to be. We're going to bring our armies up here. We're going to wage some war in a little bit. We're going to get some claims in here. We got to build the rest of our scriptoriums. We're going to start one-turning scriptoriums. In all of our cities, at the start of the next episode, we're going to one-turn scriptoriums. And what that means is we're going to put 1 turn of production into it and then move it back in the queue and build another one, put 1 turn in and move it so that we can finish them later so that we can move up as soon as possible. So probably pretty early in the next episode, hopefully we'll get to move up to the next era, which should be exciting. We'll see what culture we end up picking. So, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of our Let's Play Humankind series. Obviously, lots of big changes that we had to go through today with the Together We Rule expansion. Super stoked about that expansion. I've got several other games running on the side that I'm playing to kind of learn that expansion as well. So we'll see how that transforms some of our games. If you want to join us live ever playing Humankind, I do play Humankind over on the Twitch channel at twitch.tv/MadishMoose on Friday nights for a little bit. So if you want to join us live Friday nights over at the Twitch channel, I'm playing a pretty interesting game of Humankind right now. It's a challenge game where the community actually set all of the settings for the game, and it's very interesting. So if you want to come check that out, you can do that. If you like this content, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to be subscribed to the channel for more Humankind content next week. The next episode, of course, of this Humankind series will come out on Sunday, as per usual. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you next week.